I bow to all the seekers of truth. I have already told you that truth is what it is. We cannot change it. We cannot conceptualize it. With this human perspective, we cannot know it. If this is the case, then we have to understand that in our evolutionary process, there's something more has to happen. Because as we see, take case of religions. You may be a Christian, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, anyone. You can be branded as anything when you are born into any family. But you are capable of doing any sin. Any sin can be committed. There's nothing to debar you. So as if this religion that we are proclaiming is outside, is not within us, it's not innate. Yesterday I told you about science, same way, that it is amoral. It does not relate to your spirit, to your soul. It does not give you any human dimension. For science, you are not a human being, you are rubber. Same with the modern psychology. You are not a human being, but you are a sex point. With the medical science, as I told you yesterday, with the advent of this theory of DNA, they will just tell you what is your origin, but they cannot tell you what is your future. And the future is so great, which we have to know. We don't have to go to our past. There's a gentleman, a Muslim gentleman, I'm happy, he asked me a very nice question about Imam Hussain Sahab, the son of Ali. The mother was Fatima Bi. He was killed in the war, where they were absolutely correct. What they said was correct, no doubt. And both the brothers were killed. And he said, we have to fight our enemies. It was all right for them to know who was their enemy, because they were realized souls. We are not. We do not know who are our enemies. These are age-old things also. We need not carry it on. If you really become a realized soul, then what happens? You get the awareness, a new dimension, which is called as collective consciousness, meaning you become part and parcel of the whole. The microcosm becomes the macrocosm. It happens. It's not a question of just giving a big lecture. It actualizes. Then who is the other? When the light of the Spirit comes into your attention, then you can feel it on your fingertips, the all-pervading power, which tells you what's wrong with you, that is self-knowledge. Also, it tells you what's wrong with others. Because who is the other? You can feel everyone on your fingertips. Especially Hazrat Muhammad Sahab has said one thing, is that at the time of Qiyamah, this is the time of Qiyamah, resurrection time, your hands will speak. But where are the Muslims? What are they doing? For Sikhs, Nanak Sahib has said that you have to be khalis. Khalis means pure. You have to be pure people. Where are the pure ones? Here, at least in England, I find all of them drink more than any Englishman can drink. Then about the Hindus, it is said very clearly that in everybody's heart resides the spirit. Then how can there be a caste system? If everybody has the same spirit reflected in them, how can there be a caste system? What about Christians? Christ has said, "Thou shalt not have adulterous eyes." The essence of all the Christian nations I have seen is this: to see and to be seen. Just the opposite what Christ has said. To see every woman, see every man with lust and greed. And make yourself in such a manner that others should see you with the same. I mean, imagine this is what they are doing in the name of Christ. So everywhere what we find, that in the case of religion also, not only that it is money oriented, that it is power oriented, also escapes have been found out, compromises have been found out, and people justify it. It is not the book which is important. It is not important what is written in the book, but what is important is what it has given you. Like supposing I have a headache, and a doctor gives me a prescription that you go and take some, say, paracetamol. And I go on reading, I take paracetamol, you take paracetamol. Will I be all right? Islam is a very great religion, no doubt about it. And many intellectuals also can talk big about it. Same about Christianity, same about any other religion that you tell me. Mahavira's religion, Jainism, Buddhism, all of them. And they all tried their level best to bring truth to us. But we have made a farce out of it, all of us. And we are living with that farce, and then we are fighting. But now the time has come, the Qiyamah time has come, the resurrection time has come. The last judgment is here now. And the Kundalini is going to judge you. It said that your hands will speak and they'll give witness against you. Clearly, you see that. So let us face up to it. Where have we gone wrong? We have to seek our spirit. In seeking the spirit also, then we had lots of people, fake people, who came here making money. Because we are used to all religions where people make money. We never even doubted that how can they take money? God doesn't understand money. He doesn't understand your banks. He doesn't know all these things that we do. It's our headache. All right, you can pay for, say, for this hall you can pay. But you cannot pay for self-realization. You cannot. You cannot pay to ascend. How much did we pay to become human beings, to inherit this earth? But when you become a realized soul, then you become an universal being. Because the spirit is the universal being within you. In Innately we are built in that way. God has made us like that. We are special people. He has made it with all these divine qualities. They are all within us, dormant. We have also suppressed them. The surroundings have, the cultures have, we can say, so many intellectuals like Freud and all those people. Then there are other people who are just trying to make money and producing some theories. And we believe them. Anything black and white we want to believe. Anything black and white. That is how we are conditioned. Anything on the television we want to believe. It's not true. Everything is not the truth. Now how will you know it is truth or not? First of all, we must achieve that state where we know the absolute truth. If we know the absolute truth, how can we fight? If we know, everybody knows this is the absolute truth. Now you see these flowers here, all right. Now you see them, they are flowers. Everybody sees them as flowers. Nobody is going to fight that they are not flowers. So those who find the truth cannot fight because they see the same thing, they know the same thing. How can there be arguments? And all of you have got this potential within you. Every one of you have got it. But either you are sticking on to some sort of a religious idea, which is not religious. Some sort of a cult, some sort of a sect and some sort of a... I think all of them are sects and nothing else. We have achieved nothing out of this farcical life. And nobody wants to get out of it. So, it is important for us to understand what is the aim of our life. Why are we here? Especially in these modern times. You all have the right to get your self-realization by which all your innate qualities will rise. Now they have talked about free yoga. The basic problem is they are not innately compassionate. If you are innately compassionate, you will do it. You will achieve it. There is no hypocrisy about it. Because you are innately involved. All the saints were innately compassionate people. And why not you all become saints? The fun that you are having is so transitory. The things that you enjoy sometimes are so stupid. Some things idiotic also. Like this lady, Elizabeth Taylor, getting married, and there were parachuters and 3,000 people there to watch her going somewhere. Can you imagine? So only idiots can do that. Can't understand. And people came from all over America just to see her. No sense of proportion, no sense of auspiciousness, no sense of holiness. But all of them are existing within us. They are all there. Nothing is lost, nothing is destroyed because these are eternal qualities. They cannot be lost. Your innocence is absolutely intact, believe me. All these powers are there. Just your Kundalini has to be awakened, that's all. This power, when it is enlightened, or when it is awakened, it enlightens all these beautiful things with which you are built. It's all the fragrance of your glory. Just starts manifesting so beautifully. I have seen people overnight change. I have seen it. As my husband has told you, he couldn't believe me. also always used to say that you are a saint, you are an awliya, but you can't make others. And now he's surprised. I'm not doing anything, I really tell you. This way they might say something. But it's something like a light, which is a candle, which is enlightened. Can enlighten another light? All these Sahajogis who are sitting here, those who are dressed up just like you, who talk like you, they are just like normal human beings. They all can raise your Kundalini. I am not necessary. But see how humble they are. I have seen these fake gurus. They don't know a word about Kundalini, they don't know anything about divinity. They only know about how to make money and befool people. And how bombastic they are. They talk so big, no love, no compassion. So all these qualities which are dormant, which are already placed within you. Human beings were specially created by God. Are special people. And this speciality has to be just manifested. If it is manifested, you will be amazed. But first of all, you should get rid of your conditionings. You belong to this organization, that organization. They have organizations here that have, say, fork put on the right side or a left side. I mean, we have a tendency to club together. But we club together under artificial ideas and artificial circumstances. In Sahaja Yoga, you do not club together. You are aware that you are part and parcel of the whole. Like this finger, if it is hurt, the whole body is bothered about this little finger. Such concern. In that concern, there is no hypocrisy. There is no obligation. There is in no way you will find people are jealous. Supposing somebody knows better, I have not seen Sahajogis getting jealous of that person, but go and ask, how do you do it? How do you manage it? Let's know. And the other person, the one who knows, will say, all right, this is how it. Nobody keeps secret. There's no secret in Sahaja. There's no secret knowledge. You know about yourself, self-knowledge. You know about others. This is the minimum. Then you know what are these negative forces are. I was told they are starting a parapsychology institution here. They should be careful. There was one parapsychology organization I saw in San Diego in the year 1972, and they wanted me to address them. I frankly told them, don't indulge into all these nonsensical things, you'll be in trouble. And they were very angry. You see, they said that you were our guest, you should not have said that. I said, I didn't even take tea from you, I didn't even charge you money for anything. You did make money out of me. How I was your guest. But I had to tell you the truth. And you will be surprised, the founder of that became mad. The lady, his wife, such a nice person she was, she got a horrible disease. She died in Australia, and all the members were suffering from terrible mental problems. What are these negative forces that are acting? You will know about them in Sahaja Yoga. Exactly what it is. And you can find out also who has got these negative forces. Also you will know how to throw them away and work it out. Just by saying there are no negative forces, we are living in darkness then. There are. Then also there are forces which compel us to do things. As I told you yesterday, like a 6-inch skirt or an 8-inch skirt. We are not aware that these forces are trying to push us down because they have money, they can advertise better, and our children also. Our children, when they say television, they must immediately ask for this toy or that toy, we want this. There are headaches. All the time they start asking why. Now what's the solution? Very simple solution is, you ask your child, what question you asked me yesterday, you write it down. And what answer I gave you, write it down. Then they are all right. So all this aggressiveness that has come into our character, somehow or other, is another very, very destructive force which is acting in us, which has a word, I like. There was a lady who was suffering from cancer, and her husband was my professor in my medical college. And I used to treat her. She was all right with Sahaja. But she said, I like my sherry. I don't know what sherry is. I like my whiskey. But you're not well. I like, It's like I like Satan. All right, have it. This is how these forces are hidden forces which act upon us. And we accept it. We think it's fun. It is not. These are destructive. They destroy you, they'll destroy your progeny. This is the destruction standing on the just outside. It can grab you any time. It's a big shock we are waiting for. And as you know, there have been prophecies about America, about the Western people. What is going to happen to them if they go about like this? While they are the cream. And that's the concern. It's not the number of Sahajogis that matters with me. I know if I go to Russia or to India, this whole hall will be full. Or it must be at least thrice more than that. You can't have a program in India like this. But I know India we can manage in no time. But what about the people who are so much in need of it? And they are seekers. Indians are not such seekers as you are. You are real seekers. I know you are seekers. Many people took drugs because they were seeking. You are seeking your spirit. Know that. And with that, so many things happen. First of all, your attention becomes enlightened. With the attention being enlightened, you put your attention anywhere, it works, it acts. A person who is a realized soul of a very steady station, I should say, steady stage, even one glance of such a person can create benevolence for others. The eyes become pure. In Sahaja, we never have this problem, somebody's wife running away with somebody, somebody's husband running with somebody, all the time living on shoestrings, nothing of the kind. You'll be surprised in this country where there is so much of unemployment. It's hard to find a Sahaja who has no job. Because we must know God is almighty. You are entering into His kingdom. There is no dearth of anything. It is, of course, a self-contentment is there, no doubt. But also divine discretion. One knows how far to go, how far not to go. Where is the danger, where is not the danger. People are there who say there is no God. All right, if after realization, you just put your hands and ask us. Ask a question simple. Is there God? The cool breeze will start blowing you completely. Now you may say that. How can you say that this is the truth. Because supposing you get a cancer patient, put your hands towards that, all your hands will start burning. Especially where he has cancer, that finger will burn much more. You bring a madman, immediately you will feel that he is mad. Bring a cheat, you can make it out. He may be dressed well, he may be wearing a saffron colored clothes. You will know immediately that he is a cheat. Because you know the absolute truth. This attention, when it becomes enlightened, it can feel the centers of others. This is what happened to the disciples of Christ when they had their blessings from the Holy Ghost and they become realized souls. They didn't speak some language which was like Latin or Greek, but they spoke the language of chakras, of the centers. That's what the Sahaja Yogis also speak. You are not considered as to what your position is in life, what is your dress and how you live in, whether you are in Belgravia or in somewhere else. You are not judged by that. You are judged by your centers. And you can judge yourself. That's the best part of it. Like somebody came this morning and said to me, "Mother, please remove my agya. It's horrible, I have a headache." What does that mean? The ego has gone into my head. Nobody will say I've got ego in my head. Nobody will say. But Sahaja Yogi will say definitely because it will hurt him, "Mother, please remove this, it's too much." Another one will say, "Mother, can you stop my thinking?" You can. You get that empty mind, thoughtless awareness, which is described by Buddha as empty mind. Everybody has described about it. When the Kundalini rises, the thoughts become elongated and there's a little space in between where you stand. And here you become thoughtless. See this hall. If you start thinking about it, you will go mad. Because it's so beautiful. There's nothing to think but just to enjoy. Without any thought, just to enjoy. In complete silence, the joy that created this hall just starts pouring on you. That joy, that abstract thing, which an artist, the architect, the builders who have put into it, starts flowing through and absolutely relaxes. All these new diseases of tensions and all that, they disappear because everything is taken over by the divine power. It is much, much more, but you won't believe if I tell you. So it's better that you experience it and know what greatness lies within you, how great you are, what you have. Achieve it. But one has to have sincerity about it. It's very important. It should not be just one guru's lecture you have come, then another. It's not like guru shopping. If you are honest to yourself and if you really care for yourself and if you have self-esteem, you must really find out all the beautiful properties you have, all the powers you have, and all the opportunities of enjoying every moment of your life. It is important, of course, we all must have self-realization. There's no end to lectures. I don't know how many thousands lectures I've given only in English language. But it is still outside. So I think we should not so much worry about understanding Sahaja Yoga, but imbibing it. I assure you, you are all capable of getting your self-realization. Absolutely. And why not? Why not have it? So as I promised yesterday, today we'll have the session of realization. Of course, there's one thing I must tell you, it cannot be forced. I didn't even force my own children. I didn't even force my husband. I didn't force anyone. It cannot be forced. First, you have to ask for it. You have to humble down. If you are arrogant, it won't work out. I want to have it. You have to have that desire. Because Kundalini is the pure desire within you. And this pure desire is not like other desires which are in general not satiable. It's the desire, once this is fulfilled, is the complete connection with this all-pervading power. Then you don't have to even desire, it just works. Your desires change, everything change, and you are a transformed personality, no doubt about it. So we'll have now the session for Sahaja. Those who do not want to have should leave the hall, please, in all civil manner, that you can get your realization. The song they sang about the rising of Ambe means Kundalini in the Mahalakshmi temple, they sing it. They have been singing from the 16th century. But nobody got realization. So it is a happening, it's the actualization. Some people may not get, may not. But that doesn't mean something wrong with them, maybe. But everyone who has tried has got realization. You should not have any worry on that point. So many people are also deficient. I assure you, you will all get your self-realization. Some of you are also being, I don't know how, but they make you feel guilty for nothing at all. You are a sinner, you have done this, you have done that. Nothing of the kind. At this moment, you are not a sinner. You have done nothing wrong. At this moment, you are seeking the truth. That's all. So don't have any defiance. Don't have any complexes about it. But just know that you all are going to get it. This confidence is very important. Without that confidence, it may not work out. So don't try to any way condemn yourself. Or please don't feel guilty. Feeling guilty is the worst thing. I mean, it's just imagination to feel guilty also. So there are 3 conditions before we start. The first one is that you have to have self-confidence. You will get your realization. Whatever you might have done, forget the past. The second one is that you are not to feel guilty about anything whatsoever. I mean, people are really funny. There was war going on Yugoslavia and they were feeling guilty. And I said, why? Because I am a human being, I should feel guilty. One should not feel guilty at all. It is a myth. Of course you have done mistakes, you are not gods. Only human beings can make mistakes. And God can forgive. What mistakes can you commit which cannot be dissolved in the ocean of His compassion and love? So just completely forgive yourself. And the third one, that you forgive everyone else. Absolutely. You have to forgive everybody else. Because whether you forgive or don't forgive, you don't do anything. What do you do? Nothing. But those who have troubled you or tortured you, whom you cannot forgive, are enjoying their lives, while you are the one who is suffering. Playing into their hands. It's logically. Why should you not forgive? Just forgive and you will feel much lighter. Forgive all of them. Don't even think of them. In general, you forgive everyone. It's a very simple method of getting rid of half of your problems. If you just say, I forgive you, finished. So one must have a very pleasant attitude towards oneself. One should not condemn. We are going to enter into the kingdom of God. How can we be guilty? It's not auto-suggestion, but it is the way we clear out our centers. We ourselves can clear out our centers by these suggestions. And that works out well. So all of you should follow what I am going to tell you. Just before that, I will request Dr. Wells to come and show them how to treat every chakra. This one is a very well-known doctor, you see, for all kinds of addictions, he cures them. So now, where are you? First, a humble request, I hope you don't mind if I say we have to take out our shoes because we have to take help from our Mother Earth. I hope you don't mind taking out the shoes. Sometimes that also used to make people upset. Why should we take out our shoes, you see? Situation is not that bad now. Now if you have something tight, very tight, on your waist or on your neck, very tight, then you can reduce, because it should be done in comfort. You don't have to go to Himalayas, you don't have to shave off your head, you don't have to starve yourself, nothing of the kind. It should be done in complete comfort and peace. So you have to be comfortable. Sitting on your chairs, you have to get your realization. So now, before closing your eyes, Doctor will show you how to nourish your own centers yourself. Where are these centers? It's very simple, very, very simple. Now please put your left hand towards me like this. In this short lecture, I couldn't tell you what is left and right, but the left is the power of desire, ordinary desire, and the right is the power of action. So when you put the left hand towards me, it means that symbolically that you want to have your self-realization. Now, we use the right hand for nourishing our centers. Doctor will show you. So, first we put our hand on our heart. In the heart resides the spirit. So first we put our hand on our heart. Now if you become the spirit, you become your own guide, your own guru, your own master. So now we put our right hand on the upper portion of our abdomen. This is the center of your mastery, which is built in by great prophets, great masters. Then you have to put your hand, I think inside there, on the low portion of your abdomen, on the left hand side. Lower portion of your abdomen. You'll be surprised, this is the center of pure knowledge. Can you imagine? But it is. You will know about it, how it works out. Then we raise our right hand again on the left hand side of our abdomen and the upper part. And then we raise our hand onto our heart again. Now you have to put your right hand in the corner of your neck and your shoulder. And turn your head to your right. This center is in trouble when we feel guilty. And we develop a disease, many diseases, but one of them is angina. Another is spondylitis. And also the organs become very lethargic. So imagine this feeling guilty, how terrible it is. So you have to put your left hand towards me and right hand here and put your head to your right fully. Turn your head to your right fully. All right. Now we have to take our right hand onto our forehead across, here like that. And put your head down as far as possible. This is the center where you have to forgive everyone. Then you have to take your right hand. This we'll do later on. I'm just telling you what will happen. Now take your right hand on the back side of your head, here. And push back your head as far as possible. Here is the center where, just for your satisfaction, you have to ask forgiveness from the Divine Power, for your satisfaction. Now the last center, which is very important. Put your palm like this, stretch it. Stretch back your fingers. Please now take your palm, the center of your palm, on top of the fontanelle bone area on your head, which was a soft bone in your childhood. The center of palm to be put on this fontanelle bone area. And now press it hard by pushing your fingers outward. This is important. Now put down your head as far as possible. Here now, press your scalp nicely and move your scalp slowly 7 times clockwise. Move your scalp slowly 7 times clockwise. Put down your head, please. Bend it as far as possible. That's all. That's all we all have to do. That's all. Now, we'll have to close our eyes. Please don't open them till I tell you. And you have to take out your spectacles. Now, both the feet should be away from each other because these are two powers, left and right. And please put the left hand towards me. Now be pleasantly placed towards yourself and have all the confidence. And put your right hand on your heart. Here, close your eyes, please close your eyes. Here you have to ask me a very fundamental question about yourself, about which I have already told you the truth about. You can call me Mother or you can call me Shri Mataji in your heart. You don't have to say loudly. Mother, am I the spirit? Ask this question 3 times. Mother, am I the spirit? Ask this question 3 times. It's just like a computer. Now, if you are the spirit, you become your own master, your own guru. So now please put your right hand, the upper portion of your abdomen, and press it hard on the left hand side. Here you have to ask another fundamental question 3 times. Mother, am I my own master? Please ask this question 3 times. Mother, am I my own guru? Mother, am I my own master? I have already told you that I cannot force pure knowledge on you. You have to ask for it. So now please take down your right hand in the low portion of your abdomen. And here you ask, for pure knowledge 6 times, because this center has got 6 petals. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. As soon as you ask for pure knowledge, your Kundalini starts rising upward. So now, we have to nourish our upper centers to allow the Kundalini to rise without difficulties. So now raise your right hand in the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side. Here you have to ask or say 10 times with full confidence. Mother, I am my own master. You have to say it with full confidence. I have already told you that the fundamental truth about you is that you are the spirit, not this body, not this mind, not these emotions, not this ego, neither those conditionings, but you are the pure spirit. So please raise your right hand onto your heart. And here you have to say, again with full confidence in yourself, Mother, I am the pure spirit. Please say it 12 times. You are the pure spirit. Believe me, you are. Please say it with full confidence. This all-pervading divine power is the ocean of knowledge, is the ocean of love and bliss and joy. But above all, it is the ocean of forgiveness. So whatever mistakes you must have committed, which you think to be very bad, all of them can be easily dissolved by the power of this ocean of forgiveness. So now raise your right hand in the corner of your neck on the left hand side and turn your head to your right. Here now with full confidence, you have to say, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Please say it 16 times. I have already told you that if you forgive or don't forgive, you don't do anything. But if you don't forgive, then you play into wrong hands. So, better to forgive once for all. In general, not to think about them individually. It is not at all difficult to forgive because it's just to be said that I forgive everyone. Now raise your right hand on top of your forehead across. Press it on both the sides. Please put down your head and here you say from your heart, not how many times. From your heart you have to say, I forgive everyone. Please say it. Without this center is such a constricted one, is the cross. It won't open. So please say it as it is. You have tortured yourself by not forgiving, and now by not forgiving, you will be missing your self-realization. Just say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Now, please take your right hand on the back side of your head and push back your head as far as possible. Here, you have to say for your own satisfaction, without feeling guilty, without counting your mistakes, just for your satisfaction, you have to say, O Divine Power, if I have done any mistake, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. This you have to say again from your heart. Not how many times, from your heart. Please say this. Now, the last center, please stretch your palm. Please put your left hand towards me and see that your feet are apart from each other. Stretch your palm and put the center of your palm on top of your fontanelle bone area. And now, please put down your head as far as possible. Now, it's very important to press back or push back your fingers. Now, please take down your hands and open your eyes slowly. Put both the hands towards me and watch me without thinking. You can do it. You are quite aware, but you can watch me without thinking. Now, please put your right hand towards me like this. And bend your head and see for yourself. With your left hand, if there's a cool breeze or a warm breeze or a hot air coming from your fontanelle bone area, you just bend it and see for yourself. Just put your hands little away or on the sides and see for yourself. Maybe it can be quite close or it can be quite far away. Please put down your head and see for yourself if there's a cool breeze coming out of your head. Now, please put your left hand towards me. And put down your head. And now see for yourself. With your right hand, if there's again this cool breeze coming or a hot breeze, doesn't matter, whatever it is. Because if there's some heat, it has to come out. Or could be quite hot also might come out with some people, not with everyone. See for yourself. Now, again put your right hand towards me. Last. And put down your head again and see for yourself with your left hand. Now, put both your hands towards the sky. Like this. And ask a question, any one of these questions you can ask them 3 times. Mother, is this the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost? Mother, is this the all-pervading power of God's love? Or Mother, is this the Parama Chaitanya? Ask one of these questions 3 times. Now bring down your hands. Again, put your hands towards me like this and watch me without thinking. When we are without thoughts, we are in meditation. We cannot do meditation. We have to be in meditation. And that is the time when spiritual growth takes place. Now, all those who have felt cool, warm or hot breeze on their hands or out of their heads, please raise both your hands. May God bless you. Albion is awakened. May God bless you. All of you, so many of you, may God bless you. But again the request is, respect your self-realization. It's a very great thing that has happened. But let us see how many are going to grow like great trees of spirituality. Because the whole world is waiting for you. The emancipation of this world is not for the people who are supposed to be in charge, but for the people who are meek. They will inherit the earth, as Christ has said. So it is our duty to ourselves and to others that we develop our self-realization. Very much thankful to you. May God bless you.